can see
Yeah.
Matthew, my good friend Matthew, full screen.
Oh my gosh.
You're right, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, good. Are we live?
I think we're live. Yeah, we are. We're live again.
I think your hay fever was catching. What's the word? Contagious.
Contagious.
And I hope the first few seconds of the live stream was not me blowing my nose, Lucy Lumen.
I know, same. I've got tissues at the ready, but I'll try and mute myself because the hay fever is real. Today because it's spring here.
It is. Yeah.
Yes. So if anybody can hear us, let us know in the comments. Make sure everything is going smoothly with the live stream. It can be a little bit awkward at the start. So I've got an NP Jensen.
NP Jensen, I was just chatting to NP yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, thanks for joining. Thank you. And if anybody pops in, let us know where you're watching from as well, because we love to know where people are all over the world.
Yeah, let us know your city, your country, your region.
Yeah.
At the beach, having a coffee in your backyard, or everything. Let us know everything.
Yeah, nice. We have somebody else. Do you want to give that a go of pronouncing that name? I feel like I may butcher that. I'm sorry to you, but good evening and thank you for joining. Are you there? You're there, Matt?
I'm here, yeah. You're talking to me. I thought you were talking to the person on the live stream.
Oh, no, but I was saying I feel like I can't pronounce that name. Or
I can't actually see it on the live stream.
Maybe
channel.
yours is lagging a little bit.
How come I can't see the... Oh, okay. It's under a live thing. No, I can't see the live under your channel, which is weird. So I can't see any of the comments yet.
Oh, no, really? Okay,
No.
hold on. We'll have to try and fix that because we want you to be involved.
But if MP's there, then...
Yes, and Matt Gamond, hello, thank you for joining. So we've got someone from the Netherlands, that's awesome.
Excellent.
And Christopher from New York, very cool.
Yes, I've got it now.
You've got it? Okay, cool. All right, maybe it takes like a second.
Yeah. Hello from the UK. Telfast will fix that up. Telfast does. What about you, Lucy Lim? Does Telfast work for you?
No, I usually use Zyrtec, but I just find like nothing works. As soon as it gets a hold. I'm a real like Millhouse. Like I get hay fever and asthma and all the things, allergic to all the things. Yeah.
Hello, Matt and Lucy and Lux from Canada. Hi, Coco. Thank you for your comment on my latest video. I haven't replied yet. But thank you. I appreciate that. I saw that this morning. So we've got Chris. Is that the one? Kriziek?
Yeah, that's the one I was worried to pronounce. I thought you might be.
That's how you pronounce your name. He's in bed, or he or she is in bed in the Netherlands. Fantastic. Andy is in the UK. NP Jensen, hello Matt and Lucy. I think NP is in Denmark, I believe.
I think so. Yes, I think so. Yes.
Christopher Nicola, hello from New York. I actually, you know what? Someone said to me something about New York. They were going to New York, and I was like, oh, gee, it must be cold in New York this time of year. And I looked up on the weather app, Lucy Lim, the wonderful weather app on our phones. It was like 24 degrees Celsius in New York this week in November.
Really?
And I'm like, what? Is this like New York, Arizona or something? No, it's New York, New York. It was unseasonably warm weather.
Apparently it's still warm, or relatively warm in the UK
really
as well. I have like family there and they were saying like it's still quite nice there. And I was like, oh, that's surprising because normally like the summer's like last
hasn't
2
gone
weeks
grey and horrible yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
Travis, thank you for joining. And Anthony is saying, I really enjoy shooting film. It completely grounds you and slows down the whole process, making you reconsider every aspect of your shot.
Yes.
But God, is it expensive now?
Film slows me down.
Film slows you down. All I use is Color Plus and Gold. Yep. I feel you, Anthony. Everything is going up in price, and definitely film is getting very expensive for sure.
It is.
Yep.
So the technology is working. We've got people on board. Keep telling us where you're from and what you're doing this morning or this evening as you're listening to us. And Lucy, do you want to kick on into the intro for the show, the official intro now that the technology works?
Yes. Yeah. Everything is working. So we've got an awesome show for you guys today. It's going to be a little bit shorter than last time, I think. But that's okay. We'll just move through our topics.
You got to keep the audience wanting more, Lucy, right?
Exactly. Leave them wanting more.
Is that a tactic that you use with Lux? Keep him wanting more, Lucy?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like he's had a gutful of bloody Lucy Lumen just all the time. If he's not with me, he's editing a video and oh God, too much Lucy. Yeah. So with the show today, we've got a couple of listener topics that are very exciting. And then we'll kind of run through, what we've been shooting, what we've bought, and all that fun stuff. We really want to try and get as much interaction from you guys as possible. So comment below and let us know your thoughts as we move through the live stream. So Dave Roberts, good old Davo, asked me if I could bring this up with you, Matt, and then obviously with the listeners too. Yep. So if you could bring, the question of the live stream is, if you could bring back one point and shoot camera back into production, which would it be? And what would you change about it? And I was like,
great question.
Awesome question. Yeah. So I'm very excited to hear yours, Matt, because you know a lot about point and shoots. And I mean, we both love point and shoots, yes. But I feel like you own more than I do, I think. And I'm sure that there's more than one that you'd want to bring back.
I have a whole list of things.
You've got a list. I knew you'd have a list.
I've kept it fairly brief though, about, but yeah, that is the question of the day. So listeners, watchers, make sure that you have a think about this over the next 10 to 15 minutes while we waffle on. And put your answers in the comments and we'll read them out. So do you want to repeat the question again, Lucy, for everyone to hear?
Yes. So the question is, if you could bring back one point and shoot camera into production, what would it be? And what would you change about it to maybe like improve it or make it better? So comment below and let us know. And we'll run through ours and then we'll have a look at all you guys as well. So what, you go first, Matt, because yours will be, you've got a list. I only have one.
Well, should we do our normal what we've been up to and then do this later in the? Should we do that?
That's maybe a good idea.
Because maybe people might need a little bit of time to.
That's true.
Have it marinate in their brain.
It's
true. Sunday morning after all here in Australia. It's kind of early. So
it is really early. Although when you have children, I feel like small children, 8 a.m. feels like midday.
True.
You know, you've been up for so long.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're actually looking sunburnt, Lucy Lemon. What's been going on?
Yes,
that's not sun safe.
Thanks for pointing that out.
That's not sun safe. Have you been slip slapping?
No. Well, I went on a photo walk, filming, and I didn't put I put sunscreen on my face, and I had a dress on covering my shoulders, so I thought, I'll be all right. But managed to get sunburnt in, the little bit that was showing, because I mean, I should have put sunscreen on. Yes. And I got burnt. And you actually messaged me on the day that I was out saying that you weren't sure if you got burnt because you were walking around Brisbane, and I was like, well, Matt, you definitely would have got burnt. And I don't normally get burnt.
Yes, that was ages ago. It was a week ago.
Yeah, it's really hung around, and so I'm very ashamed to be not slip slop slapping, but the photo walk video is coming along really nicely. I shot, it's probably a good time to say what I've been shooting.
Yes, good segue.
Yes. Oh God.
So the weather here in Queensland has been very strange for spring. It's been, the sun is very intense, and you can feel when you're out in the sun that you're going to get burnt like within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's actually been kind of cool some days. Like yesterday was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'm getting burnt by the sun, I'm going to get skin cancer, but it's actually also kind of cold at the same time. It was kind of weird.
Very strange. Yeah. Today it's like 25. Like that's pretty, mild really for this time of year. But you can still get sunburn. I'm proof of that.
Indeed.
So I shot my Minolta AFC, which was super fun. And I have a video coming out in like mid-November about it. Cameron from Selling Cameras sent it to me.
Nice.
And I'm just I'm really impressed with the photos. I won't say too much because I'll be talking about it in the video, obviously, but it's an old school like photo walk video like we used to do when we first sort of started the channel.
Yep.
No like talking head in the office, more out on location, which I do enjoy. It's just a lot harder to kind of
that's the style of video that made you famous, Lucy Lemon.
Oh yes, it is.
Embrace the photo.
That's where I got my start.
Get back to your roots, Lucy Lemon.
So I shot some Ectar in that, and it was like beautiful, like sunny day, blue sky. So loving the shots from that, and a video will be coming soon. I've also been getting to know my new pen FT.
I thought you were going to launch into the King and I style, getting to know all about you.
What are we, like 14 minutes in and you're already singing, Matt?
No, and I haven't even got a good voice. I actually sang in my latest video, by the way, as well. Apologies to everybody. I did apologize for singing though in my latest video.
Oh, really? Somebody actually sent me a DM and said, Lucy, I heard you singing in the I think I sent it to you. Yeah. And he was like, he said he plays music, and he was like, you've got a really nice
You do have a nice
voice. And I
voice.
was like, oh, thank you so much. That's
why am I doing all the
lovely.
singing in these live streams when you've got the good voice? You keep dropping in all the references for me to, because you said I'm loving it a second ago, and I was gagging to say.
I do say that all the time, don't I? I didn't notice that until until we did this, that I always
later
say
on
that.
in the show, like the show's already turned into a maelstrom of stuff everywhere. But later on in the show, we'll be going through our playlists, and I've actually written some alternate lyrics for a couple of my songs that are about you. So that's something for the, if you're considering pressing end live stream, we don't want to watch this anymore. There's plenty more good stuff coming up on this
something
hour.
to hang around for. Yeah,
always,
for sure.
Yeah.
So I've been no, you're fine. So I've been shooting the pen FT that I got for my 30th birthday. Nice. All black, just so beautiful. I've got some Portra 400 in there because I was feeling very, very fancy. And I'm on shot 48, so I've got a little while to go, but it's so good to just be able to just keep going, and you've just got so many. So I took it out yesterday with my mum. We had lunch at like this real fancy restaurant, so I took some photos in there and got some shots of some buildings and stuff like that. So I'm excited to get that'll be my first roll through this one. So I'll probably do a video when I've got like a couple of rolls and I'm a bit more familiar with it. But I love the metering system. It's it's fantastic. Isn't it so good? It's so easy. Yep. Like for me, it's just perfect because
you just look through the viewfinder, it tells you a number, and you line it up on the lens.
And then you line it up, and then I'm kind of getting to know, like I have a vague idea of what it would be. I'm getting a vague idea of like, I think it would be, 6 or whatever. And then you look and you're like, oh yeah, I was right. So like, that's kind of fun too. I don't think it's the most sophisticated metering system because a lot of the time, like, I'm like, oh, there is enough light, but it'll say like 0. So I'm like, oh, I'll put it on like when 1 or 2. When it gets down
towards 0, you're in dodgy territory. The thing is this though, I guess if you're shooting color print film, I think it's good enough all day, every day for color print film. I think it's only if you were shooting something perhaps like slide film, you might want to maybe do use an external meter, and then you can do it. You can still set the shutter speed and the aperture manually anyway.
You can. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So it's just so good. It's so easy to use, and like just getting the 72 shots, like amazing, especially with.
Now you said that you got that for your 30th birthday.
Yes,
which is a coincidence because I got my pen FT for my 30th birthday. But the difference is I got mine brand new in the 60s when I was 30. No, I'm not quite that old.
I was like, I don't think you're that old. Like, I'm not very good at maths, but that doesn't sound entirely correct.
Well, I was actually going to take it out today. I've actually got to take my daughter somewhere this morning, which is why I've got to end it on the hour today. But I was going to take my pen FT out with me today. I've got a roll of Kodak color infrared film in mine, and I'm up to shot 72. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure I'm going to lug it with me today just to take one shot. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to, hopefully I'll get some results off that. It's 22-year-old infrared film. It could be a complete waste of time, but we'll see.
Interesting. Very, very interested to see that. Yeah. What else have you been shooting, Matt? Because that kind of wraps up really what I've been shooting, I think.
I haven't actually been shooting that much. We did our last analog hour about a month ago, actually at the start of October, about the 6th or 7th of October. So it's been about a month, and I haven't sent any more. I had just got some rolls back from the lab then. I haven't sent any off in the last month. Frustratingly, I've got quite a few rolls in cameras that I'm not quite finished. So this is partly why I want to take my daughter this morning, because I just want to finish some rolls off and send them off on Monday or Tuesday. Because I'm figuring, it's November. I'll send one lot of film to the lab in November, one in December. And so I'm trying to plan that out for you. Really, this time of year with Australia Post and Postal Service, you've got to really plan things out. Like, okay, I've got 2 more shots at the lab. What do I want to shoot? And thinking about the videos I want to do on YouTube and stuff. So yeah, it takes a bit of advanced planning, doesn't it? I've been shooting just my usual stuff. My Minolta TC1, which I've got recently. I've been shooting the pen FT with the infrared film in. That's really about it. A couple of other little cameras here and there, but nothing too exciting.
Yeah, I feel like we've both been, and probably a lot of the listeners as well, it's a very busy time of year. I think, like, it's sort of nearing Christmas and things get a bit frantic and you start feeling a little bit like burnt out and ready for a holiday, and it can be quite hard to find time to shoot or do things like that. I've definitely been feeling like that. So what about things you've bought? Have you
I don't
put anything on the credit card, Matthew?
No,
been spending it up.
I was talking last time about buying another Ricoh R1 or R1S because my beloved one broke. But I've been looking at eBay for a good month, and they're just like, basically they're about $300 to $350 for one. I don't mind spending that money, but the problem is then you go, well, okay, well, I said this last time, I think the GR series, like I could get one of them for not much more. And then, so which one do I go for? And in the end, I haven't, with indecision, I just don't do anything. I thought, no, I'm not going to buy anything. So I've been thinking about that, but I still haven't done it yet. But again, I'm sort of thinking, do I do something soon? Or I don't know, maybe I just use the cameras I have. Ho, 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 ho. What a joke that is. Not wanting anything more. I don't think I bought anything. I've sold a few things. I've sold some film. I sold quite a bit of turquoise film that I wasn't going to use. I've sold some Polaroid film, and I've sold a couple of cameras, and that's about it. What about you?
That's good. It's good to get stuff out the door.
Yes.
And not always just in the door, right. Like here at my house. We haven't really bought much either. We got this, I can't touch it because I don't want to interfere with the audio. But we got this new Rode.
Can't touch this. Come on,
you're so quick. You're so
just
quick
handing
with
me
the
them
song.
on a platter.
Like it's just.
We should do this as a musical.
Yeah, we'll have to do a musical episode. Yeah. So we got this new Rode mic arm. That's what you call it. So yeah, because the other one was like kind of falling down, and my live streaming career is flourishing. So I need the good equipment. Speaking of, I will be doing live streams in my channel memberships. So there's a little button that says join. It's super affordable, and I'll be doing like a monthly live stream on there. Sweet. For the members only, with Lux as well. He will be appearing. I know last live stream, Anthony Ritchie was like, oh, I could see Lux's arm because he came in to like help me do something.
That wasn't Lux's arm.
Oh, Matthew. Really lowering the tone.
I'm lowering the tone today for cheap laughs.
Family-friendly show. We had me swearing last time.
Yes. What I was going to say, it was Lux's leg, probably.
Yeah, sure. No, so he will be appearing as well. So I'm excited to do that, and like even if it's a small group, it'll be nice to just chat with everyone intimately. So you can join up for that. But other than that, we haven't really bought very much. I do have a shout out I want to give. I'm not sure if he's in the chat. I can't see him, but Terrence Love Stream, I think his name is, which is an awesome name, like such a cool last name. He's really loving it. And I'm loving him because last live stream I was saying how much I love Riala, and he said that he had some and that he'd send it to me, and he messaged me afterwards and got my address and stuff. And then he sent me this little pack of all different kinds of film.
Wow.
Some of which I've never heard of. But there's 2 rolls of Riala. So I'm so thankful and so excited to use those because I love that film. Stoked. So there's also some fresh Metropolis and Portra in there.
Yep.
And then there's some Kodak black and white Konica film.
Nice.
And some other brands like this Century. That's Konica as well. This one I don't know what it is. It's like VIP professional film color prints. Just looks like some kind of generic
online
film.
There's a database online that Jeff Greenstein from the I Dream of Cameras podcast.
Yes.
He always promotes, and he's got a tiny URL for it, and I can't think what it is, but there's a database you go online and you put the film is, and it's got all these thousands of films, and it'll say that's repackaged Fuji, or that's this, or that's that.
Yeah, okay.
So if you want to know what the URL is, you have to listen to I Dream of Cameras because I can't remember what it is.
I can do that. That sounds like a very cool resource. I'll have to find it and put it in the description. So he sent me a nice little note as well, and then very quickly I will share.
Can I do a shout out in the meantime?
Of course you can. Go for it.
There's 2 lovely gentlemen who listen to my podcast and presumably my YouTube channel as well, and they sent me some zines in the post. Very, very kind, both in the United States of America. So Brian took part in the Pano challenge, which took place, was it this year or last year? I can't remember, but he sent me this lovely zine with all these Pano pictures in.
Oh, cool.
And there's some really nice balloons in here somewhere. Yeah, sorry.
I love the way he's made like like a portrait orientation, like the cover, like the way it opens. It's real skinny. It's really cool. I've never really seen a zine kind of in that sort of format.
Different shape for a zine.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to show you the balloon photo because this might come into play later, Lucy Lumen. So Brian, my favorite photo from Brian's book were these balloons from his entry into the competition with
like
one of these balloon shots.
Yeah.
And one of these shots went into the Pano zine that I did as part of the competition. Everyone got a picture in the zine, so one of these featured in there. But keep mind of that balloon, Lucy Lumen, for our playlist later on.
Okay.
Did you listen to my playlist?
No, I'm really sorry. I was about to click on it. I was about to click on it this morning.
I was gonna.
And then I thought, oh, I won't, because it'll be like more of a surprise. Like I enjoy you telling me waffling on, Matt Murraying about your playlist. Right. So yeah.
And my second shout out. Sorry, before I forget.
No, you go. Yeah.
Garen sent me these amazing zines and this beautiful print with a lovely letter on the back.
Yeah.
So what a legend. There's some really amazing ones. There's one about toy golf here, like a beautiful zine about toy golf or miniature golf, I guess, as we'd say. I really like this one. It's got grid lines and power lines and grids and all really interesting compositions. So thank you so much. Very kind. So both gentlemen sent me those zines, and you know, the US Postal Service is not cheap, Lucy Lemon. So I do really appreciate them sending me those zines.
It's so nice when somebody, Garen also sent me those same zines, and I, you know, like I was very thankful because it's not cheap to post things, and it's so generous of people. The film community, they just warm your heart, you know. It's just so nice. I have a couple of things I picked up, not necessarily photography related, but I got a new journal. It's like this Japanese stationery called Penko that I just found. I don't know. I love having I have like a million journals, and I like, you know, keep notes of things. And so, I'm loving the cover of that. And I also bought the magazine Apartmento. I don't know if you've read that before, Matt, but
no, it looks cool though.
It looks pretty cool. And it's like big and chunky, and there's some photography stuff in there. So thought I'd treat myself to that.
Treat yourself, Lucy.
Treat yourself, yeah. And then I also bought you a present, Matt, when I was in Noosa. And I don't know if anyone else in the comments, if you've seen this book before, but I just thought, how like perfect for you. It's like Offbeat Australia by Polaroid and Diana cameras. And then turned out that you already had it, because it's so Matt Murray that you already owned it. So which is fine. I
was telling you that I bought that a few years ago, and I kind of looked at all the images here, and it was part of the puzzle that made me think, I'm not saying I've done it to the same standard as that guy who did that book, but I could do this kind of thing. I could put photos together from different things and make a zine out of, you know, that's it was
definitely the inspiration,
part of the journey.
That's awesome. Well, I'm happy to own it and have a little look through it. So all good. And I think we feel like we know each other so well, like, you know, because that's like I bought you something and then it's like you already had it. So
like the back of my hand,
like I knew. Yes. All right, where are we at? So what about, should we check in quickly? I think Terrence
let's check in with the audience, make sure they're still alive.
Terrence loves steamers. I said streamer, I think. I'm sorry. But hello, and thank you for joining.
Ruined that one.
And thank you for who else have we got in here? We've got Matthew Joseph in there. Hello, Matthew Joseph
in Melbourne.
And
Matthew Walls. Hello, Matthew Walls. He's 40 minutes north of Birmingham. Is that? It's Birmingham, Alabama, not
Birmingham in the UK. That's what I thought too.
Hello, Matthew. Welcome.
Nice. And
Roberto Donato, Mum used to works. Excellent. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say I saw him briefly in Hasham's live stream the other day. Hasham did a live stream talking about Leica. And I jumped in for like 10 minutes, and Hasham was laughing because he was like, Lucy Lumen joins a live stream about Leica, like how have all things, Lucy, like how funny. Well,
it's funny. I wasn't going to tell you this, Lucy, but I actually had about a month ago, I had a message from the marketing, I think her name is Angela, from the marketing department of Leica in Germany. And she said to me, we really want to send Lucy Lumen the new M6 as a surprise. Can you give me her address? And I said, no worries, here's her address. And I kind of laughed. I'm surprised that you're sending her the new M6 after what she said about you guys. And then there was just this silence. and they said, sorry, plans have changed. We'll get back to you. And I haven't heard back from them since. So have you got the M6?
No, I haven't had mine in the mail yet. No, bit awkward.
I might have cost you a brand new M6. Sorry about that.
I'm surprised, actually, just quickly on that, because I know that everybody's probably sick of hearing about Leicas, but I'm surprised they didn't send Karen Mayoka, is that how you say her last name? Have you seen her channel? She's German.
I have not, no.
She's got a cool film photography channel, very well put together. She does street photography. She uses a Leica. I don't know if she uses an M6, but I don't know. I think she was at the Leica launch of it. Like she went to that, but I thought it would have been cool if they sent it to her to kind of like give us a different perspective of somebody using it. But she still got to go to the launch and looked like she had fun. So that's cool. Who else have we got? Jen, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. She said she always misses the live streams. Glad I've made it to this one. We're glad to see you in here as well. Okay, cool. So moving on to content you've put out. I saw you put a new video out. Was it last night, Matt? But I haven't watched it yet.
About this time, yeah. Like yesterday afternoon, I put out a new video, and it's called. It's weird. Like Lucy Lehman's always telling me, Matthew, when you're doing your videos, you have to think of the title of the video and the thumbnail first.
So true.
And I don't think I've once heeded your good advice. And I actually had this idea for a video when I first started months ago. So the idea is this: there's some point and shoots with little viewfinders in, like waist level viewfinders, which are called super scopes or easy viewfinders and stuff like that. So I decided in June to shoot a whole roll through just using the waist level viewfinder scope. And I wanted to see if there was actually any good. It was my hypothesis, and basically, spoiler alert, that the scope's a bit crap. But I did this content ages ago, and I thought, and as the months wore on, I don't think this is going to do very well. But I did the video. I edited the video anyway, put it out yesterday. Yeah, it didn't do very well. And then over like in the first few hours yesterday afternoon, but overnight, it's actually become 1 of 10.
1 of 10. Congratulations. Love 1 of 10. Best feeling for a YouTuber. That's
right. Out of the last 10 videos, people who don't have a YouTube channel, it ranks your latest video against the last 9. I don't think it'll last the 1 of 10, by the way, but it was good that people have enjoyed it. So
that's good.
Yeah, it's a short video as well.
Okay.
So I think it's called Super Scope or Super Silly.
Okay, all right, good title. Yeah,
and Matthew Joseph watching. There's a gag in that about Graham Jago from the Sunny 16. So I'm sure Matthew will enjoy the schoolboy humor in that part of the video.
All right, okay. I look forward to that. I'll have to watch it tonight. We normally do queue up like the videos we haven't watched in the evening when Luke is going to sleep.
When you can't sleep and you need to.
I need to get myself off to sleep with the Matt Loves Cameras video.
That's right. Now, speaking of Matthew Joseph, the only other bit of content I've done is we recorded part 2 of the cross-processing competition for my podcast on Thursday night. I still haven't edited it, but that is a job for this afternoon.
Yep.
And so if you follow my podcast and you're keen to find out the second round of judging for the cross-process competition, that should be out within 24 hours of this. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, that's good. I will look forward to that. I always enjoy the 2 Matts and the banter that you guys have. Okay. Sounds good. Well, I put out the video on the Fuji X20 to kind of wrap up my digital month. But I will be continuing to do like digicam, not that the X20 is really a digicam, I guess, but digital splicing in digital stuff, I think for the rest of the year and next year, just because for financial reasons. And when I started the channel, I really wanted it to be accessible, and I feel like film isn't the most accessible thing to people who do want to get into photography. And I think digicams are really good for that. So trying to find like cheaper ones, because obviously the X20 isn't really, it's not a budget camera. But yeah, just sort of splicing that in and showing people that you can still get really good results, and not having that kind of like you have to shoot film or digital or choose between the two. So so that, and what else? Trying to think. I'm interviewing Fabian from the Unstable Lights exhibition in Germany. He's put together like an analog photography exhibition featuring Joel Meyerowitz, which is amazing.
Lucy Lehman.
Lucy Lehman.
No joke.
I was so excited. It is,
top billing alongside Joel Meyerowitz.
Yeah. I'm really excited. It feels like a bit of a dream. I told my parents, but they don't know who Joel Meyerowitz is. So I didn't get the reaction that I wanted. So I had to kind of Google him and show them. And obviously they were very, very proud of me. But it's not the same when you tell someone like Joel Meyerowitz to us is a big deal, but to someone who doesn't know anything about photography, they're like, I don't know who that is. So but I'm interviewing him just about how we put together the exhibition. There's Charles Peterson, who shot Nirvana and a lot of the grunge scene in Seattle. Wow. Taylor Pendleton, who has that Green Check channel. She's part of the Moment crew, and a bunch of other people, Tokyo Camera Style, like John Seipel. So yeah, bunch of like amazing lineup. And I've just been going through my photos. I've got my photos picked out, and he's put them on like a mock-up wall to show me what they'll sort of look like.
Nice.
And yeah, just been very busy like with that. And yeah, excited to interview him and have that out on the podcast so people can learn a little bit more about his backstory in kind of all the gallery stuff he's done in the past.
So for our friends in Germany, when and where is the exhibition taking place, Lucy?
It's on December 11th, and it goes for 3 days, and it's in Hamburg.
Nice.
The address is on the website, Unstable Lights, and Instagram, but I can't remember the like actual address of it, but it will be on there. So yeah, it's going for 3 days. It's sponsored by like Kodak, and I think Japan Camera Hunter is going to have a stall there. So it's kind of like a festival, sort of mini festival thing, you know, like there'll be stuff for sale there, as well as like the artwork or the photos being on like the wall and stuff like that. So I wish I could go, like that would be so cool. But maybe next year, because apparently there's going to be a second one. So
awesome.
So I've been very busy with that. And I'm also in another exhibition locally here that I entered. I submitted some work and it got chosen, which is really cool, and it's going to be in a calendar. Wow. So I've been busy with that too. So there's this whole new like, you know, thing that's opened up, like all from kind of starting a YouTube channel, which is crazy. Like I never thought that the YouTube channel would lead to that sort of stuff. So
start a YouTube channel, kids.
Yeah, start a bloody YouTube channel, you know. Yeah, so that's, and also I've launched some merch, which I'm really excited about. I think that I tried to, you know, a lot of people have like, you know, merch or like film photography stuff, and it's like the film canister, you know, as a person, which I do really like that, but I wanted to try and do something a little bit different. So yeah, I got it like designed by this lovely girl in the Philippines, Sunny Sunday Designs, and I'll leave a link below. I think it might even be underneath my like YouTube video now. And there's shirts and bags and hats and baby grows and just anything Lucy Lemon that you want on a piece of clothing. So I'm really excited about that.
What about dartboard?
No, that is not that. Thank you. Dartboard. No.
That's what I wanted. Now you can only get my merch. I have a very limited run of merch, which is basically stickers and magnets, and you can only get mine if you ever buy a zine off me. Yeah. So people who bought a zine off me will know this. I've actually got a new design, by the way.
Oh,
and
really?
You've got one of one of about 3 people in the world who've got the new design, which is a point and shoot camera on the thing. So I'll be doing that with my new zine whenever I launch that. I don't know when that's going to be. So
yeah, awesome. I love having like and I love when other people post stuff, like Glenn Hocking and couple of other people, Naomi, they'll post on Instagram something and I can see in the background they've got a Matt Loves Cameras magnet on their fridge or a sticker somewhere. Yeah, because my desk is like full of them. So yeah, that's nice. Yeah, awesome. But that's pretty much it for me really with content. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit sort of burnt out because I've been very busy and trying to keep up with everything, trying to keep up with f-stoppers and newsletter and, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, no, it's but it's good. I love doing it. I'm just trying to look at the comments here. Roberto saying YouTube Studio started doing tips on thumbnail creation. I haven't seen that. I will have to check that out. Greetings from Hamburg.
Browser Market is in Hamburg. Yeah, can't wait to see the exhibition. Fantastic.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, definitely. Send me some pics. Be very cool to see it. I'm really thinking of, Tom saying, I'm really thinking of getting the Ricoh GR1. Any advice, Matthew?
My advice would be, I don't know. I've never used one. I've been looking at them for the last 6 weeks. My advice is they basically, from what I can understand, it's a bit of a luck of a draw. Like a lot of cameras, you could buy one and after 3 rolls, it could die. And I've had a number of people message me actually saying, don't buy a GR1V because I bought one and 3 weeks later it died, or 2 weeks later it died. So this is partly why I'm holding off. I am just considering, you know, should I sort of ban those cameras from my eBay, because they just, I'm hearing, like, for example, I've got a Fujifilm Natura. I love the Fujifilm Natura. I don't hear about many people ever saying a Fujifilm Natura has died on them, or a Class S. Now, I don't doubt that there's Class S's or Naturas that have died, but not like the levels of some other cameras.
Yeah.
So if you want a GR1, Tom, yeah, I want one as well. I just can't bring myself to do it yet.
Yeah. I think that's good advice. I think you're right. Like some are more prone to breaking. Like I know I had a Konica Big Mini, and that just had a lot of issues. And then I thought it was fixed, and then I actually sold it, and then the guy was like, "Oh, no, it's not working." So I like refunded him. And now it's just a
That's one of the
shelf
models.
piece. And I found an article I think you had written.
Yeah.
Maybe
really?
about, I don't know. It was like, Big Mini, big issues or something like that.
Big Mini, fun but fragile.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think it's the number one Big Mini article on Google, actually. But don't like to toot my own horn, Lucy Lumen. You know what I'm saying?
We don't like to do that on this show.
Don't like to blow our own trumpets. What content have you produced this week, Lucy? Anyway, so Coco, thank you so much. Coco's put something lovely here. I love your reviews, Matt. So authentic and honest and refreshing. You offered a different viewpoint. Thank you so much, Coco.
Nice.
Appreciate your support. What else? What else have we got here? We've got a few people talking about cameras here. Not many people have put their point and shoots though.
No, I think people are just, catching up between themselves. They just want to.
You want to say?
I think NP Jensen did. He put a very large batch of Nikon 28 Ti to bring down the price, preferably with a rechargeable battery, like in Digicams.
Okay.
As the change. Yeah.
What else?
Okay.
Anyone else put anything about? Someone said something about the Mew. They love their Mew. Oh, here we go. Yes, Robert. Olympus Mew and turn off bloody flashes default. That is funny, Robert, because that's one of the ones that I've listed. I've got the Olympus Mew one, the original Mew, not the Mew 2, the Mew 1, but turn off flash by a better way to turn the flash off instead of having to turn it off every time you turn the camera on. Yeah. So that's exactly what I put. Yep.
Okay. Yep. That would be good. Yep.
What else we got here?
Coco's saying GR1 is a great camera, just know it has limited shelf life. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So should we talk through our point and shoots? Since what do you got for me, Lisa Levin? Which one would you bring back?
Kind of, unsurprisingly, I would assume to any
L35AF.
Predictable Lucy Lumen. But you have a lot of point and shoots. Like I really like point and shoots, but I don't have kind of that many. And I'm hesitant to buy any kind of now. I just have the ones that I bought like back in the day that were a lot cheaper. So yeah, I would bring back obviously the original and the best, the L35AF. But I would change the build quality. You can see, mine is like taped up, which makes it super irritating. Like every time you load the film, you've got to take it off. The battery door is like known to just be really flimsy and just like break off. I've had to put like foil inside there. Just, you have to do all these sorts of things to get it working. Mods. Which is kind of the charm, and like it is kind of quirky and endearing. But yeah, it would be nice if they brought it back, which they're not going to. And yeah, change build quality. Also the ISO like wheel, like you pull that along, and it's all plastic and it's so rigid. Like honestly, I've broken many nails trying to shift that wheel along. So something that would, improve that definitely. And you've got to take, I always have like a bit
of WD-40 on it or anything yet, or?
I don't know, maybe Lux's
camera would stink if you did that. It stinks, that stuff. It?
Yeah, it does. And you've got to take I've got like a UV filter as a lens cap on it.
You got a UV filter?
It's a Carl Zeiss.
Okay.
Lux bought it. He loves buying, like he's obsessed with like accessorizing his cameras. Like he sets them up and like put this on it and this on it and this on it, and then it's got this whole setup. So you got to take that off to do it. I guess it's good because then you're not at risk of like bumping the ISO. Like it's definitely stays where it is, but it just would be easier if, would be nice if it was a little bit easier to change. I've had people message me saying like, I'm really struggling. Am I not doing this right? So so just generally build quality with that. But other than that, I can't think of anything. Maybe like it would be cool if there was like an Olympus trip, because an Olympus trip's kind of like a point and shoot, like it's really it's small and it's like easy to use. If there was something like that, but like kind of more like lightweight and had like slightly more sort of automatic functions on it. But yeah, other than that, I don't have anything. But I'm excited to hear yours, Matt. So go for it.
Well, I started thinking about this and I couldn't just do one. So here's my list. So I would do the Ricoh R-GR series. So two different lines of cameras, kind of related, but they're different cameras, the R series and the GR series, but with better LCDs, because that's what usually goes with all of them, and more durable materials. Okay, because I mean, I think when they made these in the 90s, they weren't thinking that people 30 years later would still be using them. Still in the film heyday, they thought, Ricoh thought, got loads of models coming up in, the 2000s and 2010s and 2020s.
Absolutely.
And, digital comes along and bowls everyone over like bowling pins,
Yes.
So they weren't really, I guess back in the 90s, they wanted to try and get them out at a price point people could afford. And so probably they weren't that durable for a 30-year lifespan. But yeah, Ricoh R and GR series, better LCDs, better durable materials. The Fujifilm Natura, which I mentioned earlier, is one of my favorite cameras. It is an excellent camera. The only thing it doesn't have is aperture priority mode. So I would bring back the Natura, but put in aperture priority so you can shoot whatever f-stop you want all the time. The Contax T3, I bring back, but there's two improvements there. Give it a film speed selector because you can't set the film speed. It's DX only.
Yeah.
And the other thing is I would give it better teeth. Okay, so there's teeth in the take-up spool which come away.
Yeah,
and
I remember
with
you
my
said this
T3,
on a podcast.
I've got to use masking tape to tape the leader of the film onto the take-up spool, which is crazy
for an expensive
$3,000
camera. Like that's like full, like that's a real povo kind of thing to have to do.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I've got, this is my tape here I use. It cost me $2 in Woolworths. But I'll be doing a full review of the Contax T3 by the end of the year, so I'll be telling you all about that. But the Contax T3 is a wonderful camera, and I've already said the Olympus Mu 1, but a better way of dealing with turning the flash off. Now, in terms of cameras, I bring back pretty much as is, no modifications. Look, the Fujifilm Class S and the Class W, I don't think the Class S is a perfect camera, but it's pretty damn good. And so that's probably the one I would bring back that is as close to being very good as it is already.
Yep. Okay. Interesting.
Have we got anyone else?
Yeah, I was just having a little look. Christopher saying I need to get my Texas Leica fixed. The film advance winder got stuck. Hopefully it is worth it. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's so stressful when any of these cameras have an issue. I think Lux Lumen's popped in the chat. Lux
Lumen is flogging your merch, which is good to see. Also, some good talk about some Fujifilm recipes in the chat there. That's something I haven't done with my cameras yet. I've done a couple, but I haven't
used the Sims.
I do, but I haven't really got full into them yet. I actually just sent off one of my Fujifilm cameras down in Sydney to get repaired. So I'll be looking forward to getting that back. The other thing I forgot to tell you about when we were talking about what content I've done recently, Lucy Lemon, is my TikToktober. I forgot to tell you about that.
Oh, that's right, TikToktober.
So I'll give you a very quick summary of that.
Yes, please do.
So in September, I think it was, Lucy Lumen, you did a reel every day of September. Is that correct? On Instagram?
I did. I said I was going to do it, and then I failed miserably, but I did do reels and continued to do reels. So for me, it paid off because I was like, all right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do reels. Now I'm a person that does reels.
Yeah, well, I took my inspiration from you. I didn't know that you failed. But anyway, I took my inspiration from you, and I thought, right, in October, I'm going to post a TikTok every day. And because I'm a, dad jokes, TikTok, October, TikToktober. And then I got ill around the time of the last live stream that we did. I'd been ill for about a week and I hadn't done any and I felt bad. And after we finished the last live stream, I thought, right, I've got a bit of time here. I'm going to do 2 TikToks.
Yep.
Now, one of those TikToks was about the Octomat camera, the Lomography Octomat camera. To date, it has had 144,000 views.
Whoa,
which is cray.
Oh my god, you're TikTok famous.
The next one after that was a Renchicardia that's had over 320,000 views. Yes.
Oh my god, that's
one of them,
huge.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So after the last analog hour, literally the same day as the last analog hour, I had all these followers and likes and stuff. Other highlights were my Minolta TC1 has had 19,000, and yet straight after Minolta TC1 I did a Contax T3 one which had 3,000. So there's no accounting for taste, Lucy Lim, and it's all a bit random. But my followers, it
seems a lot better. Sorry to interrupt you. It seems like TikTok seems more like you can jump on and have just started and you can have TikTok. Is that the right language? TikTok?
TikTok,
TikTok.
yeah.
Is
TikTok
that right?
go sort of viral almost, you know?
Yeah, like with just jumping on the platform.
Yeah.
You don't need to put
Any
in all
old
this
idiot can do
ground.
it. Clearly.
Yeah. You're proving that to us,
I'm
Matt,
proving
you know?
it. Living proof.
But you know, whereas Instagram or YouTube, you really have to build, like, you know, you got to put in a lot of time and a lot of groundwork to build the like audience or whatever. So TikTok seems to be sort of equalizing it like that, which is cool because it's good to have options.
You can still get good growth on there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm scared to jump on TikTok.
I think you'd like it. I think you'd like it. My followers have increased after that 1 month experiment. My followers increased tenfold. I've got over 4,000 followers now, and I've had over 80,000 likes and 500,000 views on my TikToks, which is crazy. I've actually had a break since Halloween. I posted my last one on Halloween for the month. I did 31 in October. And I thought people are probably sick of me. I'm just going to leave it for a week and not do any more.
Yeah.
But it has been a resounding success. So
well done. I'm very happy for you, and I wish you a very, you know, illustrious TikTok career, Matthew. You're on all the platforms now.
Not doing any very well, but
no, that's awesome. Yeah,
we've got to wrap this show up in a bit. I'm so sorry it's a little bit of a shorter show today, but should we talk about our playlists, Lucy Lemon?
Yes, let's talk about our playlists. So last analog hour, it was, what was it? Was it Portrait 400?
Yes, it was Portrait 400. Who won that?
400.
Who won that one? I'm not even sure why I'm asking, but
yeah, I think maybe it was me.
I would say so.
If I'll have to go and have a look.
I'm just looking it up now.
Okay, all right. You'll probably be faster than me.
Lucy Lemon's Analog Adventures. I'm going to go to the community tab. And I think we will find, let's have a look.
You're going to go back down so far. Jesus,
hundreds of posts.
Yeah.
How many posts you got on here? Here we go. So it actually wasn't too bad. Matt's got 26. Now, remembering that the bar, the handicap bar is 30%. So that's a narrow win at 74%. That's a narrow win for Lucy, I think we would say for that one.
Yep.
So this time, who chose it this time? It was me, wasn't it?
I think, you chose the film stock this time. Yeah.
That's right. Now, because of my success with the Ricoh R1 and Color Plus, I decided to do Color Plus. So do you want to talk us through your songs?
Nice. Yes. So Kodak Color Plus, I actually really struggled with this. I don't know if you did, Matt, because I thought, it's a budget film. So I'll go with like, you know, sorry, excuse me. I'll go with, you know, working class, like Jimmy Barnes, working class man. I had this whole thing going, but then I was like, it's not really very cheap anymore. Really. And also it's so bloody hard to get. Like everybody's, you know, messaging saying that they can't get it.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't really have any kind of like characteristics that are really, you know, like Gold has a vibe and Portrait 400's like, you know, got its like pastel tones and it's like, you know, it's a professional film, and then Ektar's really saturated. Like Color Plus kind of doesn't really have anything that I can like really think of that really sort of defines it. So I found it hard to come up with a playlist.
Yeah.
So I just went with like pop songs because it's a consumer film. And you know, like it sort of just appeals to like everyone, I guess, you know? So I went with some, this is pretty rogue for me really, because normally I'm really on the indie underground side. I went with Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa, who is in Australia at the moment, by the way.
Nice.
I saw a picture of her with some kangaroos. She's touring Australia. So I went with that because that is a great song, even for someone like me who doesn't listen to mainstream music. And then Crave You by Flight Facilities, which is like a total banger.
It's a great
song. Like comes on and you're like, oh yes, your mood just improves. Hot Chip, Ready for the Floor.
I didn't know that one.
Okay. Oh, love a bit of Hot Chip. And very like anybody can kind of like that song, you know, and we all need that music where everyone can come together and be like, oh yeah, that's a great song no matter what your genre is. And then lastly, Electric Feel by MGMT, which was a huge song and album for me.
Yeah, great song.
In like the, you know, 2010s or whatever, like that indie sleaze kind of movement. So that's my Color Plus playlist. I don't know how I feel about it. Like I really struggled. So
there's a couple of bangers in there at least.
Yeah, there's some bangers. Yeah. What about you, Matthew?
So when I think of Color Plus and those kind of golden tones, retro tones, I think I go back to the 70s, Lucy Lumen. And a lot of these songs that I'm about to tell you about, I heard as a like a kid growing up I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. And so you'd be in the doctor's surgery and you hear these songs come on, and some delighted you and some repulsed you. So the first one is, do you know my, you don't know any of them?
No.
Okay.
I was letting you, I
So
want to
the
give my
first one
authentic reaction.
Is one of those songs that you just listen to as a kid and you feel like, oh, this is a bit creepy, this song. It's Afternoon Delight by the Starland vocal band. Do you know it?
Yes, I know the song. Yes.
That these two married couples are singing Have an Afternoon Delight. And you're like, oh,
it's a bit gross. You're like, ew, parents. It is a bit gross.
But it's like, so 70s. It is a very, very big 70s song. Yep. And I thought there was a good tie in there because I heard that you and Lux had a bit of Afternoon Delight in Noosa. Well, I heard that you went to some op shops. Isn't that Afternoon Delight? Like hunting through some op shops?
Oh my God.
I thought that would class as Afternoon Delight, thrifting for cameras.
Thrifting, yes.
Am I right or am I
Code
right?
for thrifting. We went thrifting, yes.
On that point. Okay, so the next one is
oh dear.
Is Dr. Hook. We're getting really into these 70s American bands here. Dr. Hook, When You're in Love with a Beautiful Woman. Which is just, it's basically like this guy's got this beautiful woman as his girlfriend, and he's basically completely jealous that everyone's trying to steal her.
Okay, he can't handle it.
Yeah,
can't handle the beauty.
You can't handle the beauty. No, that's right. The third song is an absolute banger from the late 60s, and if you only listen to one song on this playlist, listen to this one, Up, Up and Away by the Fifth Dimension. Up, up and away. My Beautiful Balloon.
I don't know if I know this song.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I'll need to listen to it. Maybe
it won like a stack of Grammy Awards. The orchestration in this song and the vocals are outstanding. There's a bossa nova beat in it. It is just a magnificent song.
Wow, you're really selling it to me.
It is the best song in this playlist. All the rest are a little bit cheesy. That one is a complete, absolute banger of a sunshine pop banger.
Okay,
and to round it all off, you know, you can't really have any the 70s without having a bit of Glenn Campbell, Rhinestone Cowboy.
Oh yes, yeah.
Rhinestone Cowboy.
I know that song.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So there you go. That is my list, and I'm sure that I'll barely get above 15% this time, but I just don't care anymore. I don't care anymore, Lisa Lemon. I'm doing my thing.
You're like, I'm just gonna put the songs on there that I want. Yeah, that's right. The way to do it. Yeah. Interesting. Well, two very different kind of, you know, like I've gone new, you've gone kind of 70s.
Yep.
But I do love Color Plus. Like, you know, it is my go-to film stock. Like I've been able to find it. Like I haven't struggled, and I have like, you know, a brick of it. It's my go-to other than Ektar, because I can't afford to always shoot Ektar. So
people are loving my Afternoon Delight comments. Matthew Joseph, Matt, Jesus, Anthony, haha, too funny. Robert Diodonato has said spot on. That's what I thought about the 70s Color Plus. Thank you, Robert. You're with me. I'm counting on your vote, Robert.
Yes, yeah. So just with Color Plus, I was looking it up, and was it code to color and then it became Color Plus? Because for me, Color Plus kind of came out of nowhere. Like I always shot Ultramax, and then that was the only sort of consumer film that I really knew. Gold a little bit, but mostly Ultramax was what I shot when I sort of first was getting into film, because it was like in Big W and in stores. But I never saw Color Plus, and then all of a sudden I kind of was aware of it.
In different markets, it had different names, but then like I think it was a Kodak VR 200 maybe.
Okay.
But I think what happened is, like, for example, Ektar used to be called something different.
Okay.
It wasn't a Portra VC or something like that. Like they've changed the name to the branding. So I think it's been around for a long time, Color Plus, just in different guises, and
okay, all right, because I feel like I hadn't seen it in that kind of like iteration, but yeah, they do seem like they all go through a lot of changes. Someone's saying Roxy Music's album Avalon is, yes, love Roxy Music. Love all the Roxy Music album covers as well. They are so beautiful. So next up for the playlist, so just so everyone knows, I'll post the playlist on my Instagram story and on the community tab. I'll put links to the playlist so you can go and vote. There'll be a poll there. What was I going to say? Molly Anderson, who can't be a part of the chat because she's at work, but hello, Molly, when you listen to this after work, she suggested that we do a repackaged film for the next playlist and do covers. Sounds which good. I thought was like a brilliant idea.
Really good idea. Really good idea.
Such a good idea. Thank you, Molly. Yeah. So I'm trying to think what repackaged film, because Also, I know there's a lot of like controversy around repackaged films because like some people don't want you to think that they're repackaged films, or people get upset when you say that they're repackaged films. Some people really hate repackaged films. So I'm just gonna handball that over to you, and you choose one that's safe to, you know.
We'll probably want to do a color one, so I'll need to have a think about it.
Yeah, we don't do a color one, not a black and white one, because we've already been down that road.
Yes, indeed.
So thank you so much to everybody for watching. You have to head off, don't you, Matt? Because
unfortunately I do. I hope this analog hour really is an hour. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. I think we've still got I feel like we've still got another 20 minutes left in this, Lucy Lumen, but
definitely,
you know, keep the audience wanting more. Maybe that should be our motto. Yes. So let us know, would you like to see, how many before Christmas would you like to see? Lucy only wants to do one more before Christmas, but if the audience wants 2, I think we should do 2, Lucy.
If the audience want 2 and you guys want 2, I'll find the time to do 2.
Lovely.
And we're also going to be doing a goals recap over on your channel, Matt, soon. And then we'll do another episode where we set out our goals for 2023. And it'll be awesome to hear like all of the audience's goals as well. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, Matt, and for everybody that's jumped in the chat. This is really fun to be able to, you know, chat with you guys in real time. And don't forget to sign up to the memberships if you are loving the live stream and you want to see more of this. I'll be doing it once a month on my channel for members only, and I will in the future get some guests on, or maybe you could even join me for like a members only live stream, Matthew. Because people, the iconic duo continues.
Exactly. Dynamic duo.
Thanks
for watching, everybody. And
thank
come
you
along
so
to
much,
Matt Loves
guys.
Cameras on TikTok and YouTube.
Go check out those viral TikToks.
That's right.
I can't remember how to end the live stream, Matt, but I'll need my technical savior, Lux Lumen, to swan in here and tell me how to do it. All right. Have a great weekend, Matt, and thank you everybody for listening, and take care, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.